Or maybe you can just get Harry Potter out of your mind altogether by playing an altogether different game that has nothing to do with the wizarding world. I'm sorry, but if you sympathize with transgender people, and transgender people are asking you to do one small thing, one tiny thing, which is not buying one game out of hundreds of thousands of games, you should consider doing that.
Hi everybody, it's me, Peter Langton of the Chum Bucket here again with another video on that wizard game everybody's going nuts over. Sorry in advance that I don't have any gameplay footage of it. If you want to see that, I have another video specifically of that in the cards. Anyway, very little of this video has to do with the game itself, so I guess I'll have some DMZ mode maybe, or some H3VR, whatever I feel like editing in there. Today, I'm talking about some bad takes surrounding Hogwarts Legacy, because I gotta admit, they bother me a lot. Also, I'm trying to make more videos, so this is my effort in doing that. Hope you find it enjoyable, because some of these takes physically hurt me, metaphorically speaking. It physically hurt me because the intro clip I played came from a channel that I actually like, Renegade Cut. Yeah, somebody whose content I genuinely like, but this take was so bad, I just couldn't not talk about it. Now, the video it came from was called Don't Play Hogwarts Legacy, Here's Some Better Games, or something along those lines. I don't have an issue with the majority of the video, as all he does is point to some lesser known indie games that didn't get as much attention as Hogwarts Legacy did. I guess my issues lie with the overarching message the video is meant to portray, which is summed up by the last few sentences of the video.
This is worth all the bad that comes with it? It's no great sacrifice to choose to not play this game. It's not a moral conundrum. It will not negatively affect your life in any meaningful way to not play this game. But the continued success and elevation of J.K. Rowling will negatively affect trans people.
What makes this a lot worse is that he's far from the only person who has this opinion. I watched a video by Vosh covering the same stuff, and in that video he goes over some of the tweets responding to Keffals. I'll post some of those right now. You'll notice that all of them say exactly what Renegade Cut was saying. Why don't you play another game? Stop harming the trans community by giving attention to J.K. Rowling. Show support for trans people by not buying this game, shit like that. Even worse than some of these bad takes are even worse actions that went on over at Twitch. Hassan Piker, love him or hate him, I do both personally, he wanted to stream Hogwarts Legacy and donate all the money he made to a trans rights organization, but didn't because he was bullied to such an extent that he didn't want to anymore. Now, I've heard this happened already, but admittedly I didn't personally witness this, so I'm not 100% sure this happened, but I trust the sources it came from, so there you go. I think that's all the setup I need before I finally go off on all you dipshits who are your own worst enemies. I want everyone to keep in mind that what we are arguing about is a video game. A video game made by several hundred different people. We aren't arguing about a team of transphobic assholes who made a game to slight the entire trans community. No, that's not what this is at all. This is about a game made by a ton of people, which is part of a franchise formulated by one person who has a stupid, ignorant opinion about a minority group she clearly knows very little about. The game itself isn't transphobic, and if it does have some transphobic elements, I haven't come across them yet in 15 hours of gameplay. The game even has a trans character, I shit you not, and no, it's not some token stereotype, she actually does something important to the plot. Most notably standing up for the main character against a mob of evil wizards who work for the main antagonist of the story. Really examine this from a logical position. Y'all are not mad at the game. Y'all are mostly mad at one person you don't like, and that's fair. But what the fuck are you accomplishing by telling people to not play a game made by a group of at least 300 different people, probably a lot more? Are all of them good people? Probably not, but there are several shitheads you give your money to every single day. So what's the problem exactly? I already know what you're gonna say. We are concerned about harm reduction. Oh, okay, so let me get this straight. You throw a massive multi-month shit fit about a game whose franchise holder is a bit of a moron and demand everybody not to buy it or else you're a trash human being who supports trans genocide. Not only that, but you actively bully other streamers into not playing the game because your misguided sense of justice told you that anybody who even gives attention to this game is just as much of a shithead as the idiot who spreads misinformation about trans people. Oh, but we're not done yet. Your idiotic belly aching only resulted in making it far bigger than it otherwise would have been if you said nothing at all. And you're gonna look at me with a straight face and tell me you're just trying to reduce harm. Well, Sailor, you sure did a bang-up job at that. You made the trans community look like a bunch of childish, whiny, self-righteous assholes who are easily triggered and upset about pointless shit like video games. Yeah, harm reduction. Good job there, shit muncher. Much appreciated. And the gall. Oh, the fucking gall you have to tie your stupid ass stance to the trans community as a whole. You don't support the trans community if you play this video game made by someone I don't like. What are you, the king? Who the fuck voted to make you the spokesperson of the trans community? Point them out. I'll sucker punch them in the nuts personally. You want to talk about supporting the trans community? Here's a suggestion. How about stop obsessing over a goddamn entertainment product and instead actively support some awesome trans creators? Or better yet, how about actively fighting misinformation pushed by shithead politicians, many of which want to erase your basic human rights as a trans person? I don't know, for some reason, I think that's a much better use of time than harassing streamers for playing a video game whose IP owner has a stupid opinion. As for the whole, you could just play another game. Oh my god. As for that fucking nonsense, of course you can. Sure, of course you can. But I can't help but feel like this response has some dishonest connotations to it. It sounds like it's coming from somebody who knows this whole boycott shit is dumb and ineffective and is now trying to change the subject so they don't have to address it directly. Look, Hogwarts Legacy is the big popular thing right now. Tons of attention is on it. Why not use this as an opportunity to express how stupid J.K. Rowling is? Like what I'm doing, for example. Maybe bring a little more awareness to those just sitting on the fence about it. Or hell, if you don't want to make it super political, you could just make fun of her too. So many things you could have taken advantage of. What did you do instead? You jammed your fingers in your ears and screamed like a goddamn banshee to defend a community that never asked you to in the first place. And the biggest punch in the nuts was that you only made the trans community look 1,000,000 times worse in the process. And now, a lot less people will take our point of view seriously because you couldn't see past your own fucking nose and you didn't think through the implications of your childish actions. And can I just ask, what the fuck was the end game here? So at the end of the day, a billionaire you didn't like can now become slightly less of a billionaire? Wow. Give yourself a round of applause for your wondrous accomplishment, you fucking worthless little shit. Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. From the bottom of my devilish, lava-spewing heart, fuck you. I'm sorry, everyone, for being a little bit more negative than I usually am. This whole situation just pisses me off, and I know it'll be brought up whenever I talk about a trans-related subject again. The impact of this goes beyond the here and now, and I know malicious, bad faith assholes will use this situation to disregard everything I say. So I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off for a valid reason, okay? I'll be honest with you. I'm very mad because I'm seeing a lot of fandom menace parallels here. Getting outraged over something stupid, ignoring facts and logic, pretending like you're better than the person you're going after. But instead of calling everything woke, you're just calling them transphobic. Trust me, guys, this is the last road we want to go down. I represent my own opinions. I don't let others dictate what I believe, and you shouldn't either. I call shit like this out no matter who it comes from. I hate internet circle jerks because I used to be in one for a long time, and now I see shit like this going on. Look, The trans community is better than this. I know they're better than this. They deserve better than this, and that's my intention here. I'm not going to overlook obvious bullshit just because it comes out of the mouths of people I like. Anyway, I'm Korean again, and I love you all, and shout out to all the new subscribers here. This is only slightly different than the stuff I usually do. I'll probably be moving on from this game after this video, unless something else piques my interest, but anyway, have a wonderful night. Expelliarmus!